All right, all right, all right. Can you guys hear me? Let Miss Pam know you can hear me. Are you in the building? Come on out them bushes and hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Hi, everybody. How you doing, co-host? What's good with ya? How y'all doing? I hope you guys had a beautiful Christmas. Did everybody have a beautiful Christmas? Hey, Black Sheep. Hey, Jesus. Hey, Sis. How you doing, boo? Hey, Ruth. Put a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. Let me know you can hear me. Put a one in the chat for me, please. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Let me know you can hear me. Can I get some ones in the chat? Can I get them ones in the chat? Okay. Everybody can hear me. Hey, Ruth. Hey, Candace. Hey, Gail. Hey, who is that? Oh, Cliff. Hey. What's up, Nikki? Everybody in the house. Y'all need to come on out them bushes and come in the house. Come in Pam's house. Hey, Spirit. How you doing, boo? Come on out them bushes and come on in the house. Come on in the house. Hey, DC Libra. DC in the house. That's what's up. Home girl. Or was it a homeboy? I'm sorry. Libra, DC Libra in the house. Hey, Jay Boosie. Hey, boo. How you? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, y'all. Y'all know when Miss Pam ain't here, she be on her little grind. You know, I was on a break and everything. But I still be working. I'm always working, even when I ain't supposed to. Miss Pam is always working. Hey, Kira. Hey, sis, how you doing? So, come on out them bushes, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Hit the like. Come on, y'all. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like for me, please. Hit the like. So, let me tell y'all something. You know, I've been doing these shows and everything, and you know, I think I told you guys recently that a little over several years ago, I used to do a podcast, and it used to be called Real Talk with Miss Pam, right? And what I learned in doing my podcast is that I'm one hell of an interviewer. I am. Hey, Val. Hey, sis. How are you? Sis, why are you praying for Akira? Why are you praying for Akira? What Akira? What's going on with Akira? Akira, you good? Good as girl, is you good? But you reach out to Miss Pam if you ain't. So anyway, hey Tiara, how are you, sis? How you doing today? That's right. We got Miss Keisha's in the house. Hey, Maud, how are you? Hey, Queen. Wait a minute, who was that? Oh, King Gemini, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody's in the house. She says, I'm having a rough day. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. But you know what I've learned? We all, you know, sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have bad days. And I want to, and sometimes in my life, and you know, I lost a daughter, and this doesn't apply in that situation, but life deals you all kinds of hands. It's up to you how you play it out. You can have a positive outlook on life, or you can have a down outlook on life. I want to lift you up, and we're gonna lift Akira up today, y'all. We're gonna lift her up today. Yes, we are. Because whatever it is that happened to you today, it's over. It's over. Tomorrow's a new day, sis. Tomorrow's a new day. Do not wallow. Do not wallow in the mess, sis. Whatever it is, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I promise you that it will be all right. And this too shall pass, sis. This too shall pass, sis. You don't have to go through it. You can hit me up in my email or send me your number, and I'll make sure Val is already praying for you. You know what I'm saying? And I'll lift you up in prayer as well. But if you want to talk, I'm always here to help any way I can. She says she's just having a rough day. It's okay. We all have them. Shoot, I done had some days where Miss Pam ain't want to get out the bed, y'all. For real, for real. But this is what we're here. This is what I'm here for. Hey, Patty, how are you? Happy holidays. So, you guys, we have a special guest today. We have a very special guest today. Hey, Carrie. We have a very special guest today. Lagena Gold is in the building. Yes, she is. Lagena Gold is in the building. Hey, Gail. That's right. Put some hearts in the. I want y'all to put some hearts in the chat for Akira, please. You stay here today. We're gonna lift you up in spirit, sis. Today, because no, you don't have to. Whatever it is, you don't have to go through it by yourself, my love. You do not have to go through it by yourself, my love. Everybody deserves somebody to listen to them, to just hear them out, to help them. And if you don't know that, that's what Miss Pam is here for. To help people out. So please, as you come in, please hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Please. And subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. So today, y'all, I've been wanting to speak to Lagena for a while, but it was so crazy when she first went viral. And after TMZ reported her allegedly being Aaliyah and R. Kelly's daughter, you know, then she came on to another few. She came over here, and Sean Davy Way interviewed her. The official campaign has interviewed her. And there's been a lot going on in Lagena's life since we last saw her or, you know, spoke and heard from her, you know. And, you know, some of that stuff to me was, I think some people did a great job at interviewing her. And I think some people did a poor job at interviewing her. We know who the two people I think did a great job. And if I didn't see anybody else, I apologize. But yeah, you know, some people did a great job in interviewing her, and some people did not. It was, you know, there was all kinds of things being said about her. There were all kinds of things being alluded to about her. And, you know, I've come to get to know her through Sean Davy Way and listening to him. Hey, hey, Frida. Is that Frida? How are you? Welcome. Hey, Simply Diamond. How are you? All right, Nisa girl. What's up, girl? All right. So I've come to get to know her, and that's through, you know, Sean interviewing her and things like that. And so one day me and Sean was having a conversation, and he was like, you know what, you should interview her. I was like, okay. I think that's a good idea too. So I thought about it, and I was trying to figure out, like, how would I interview her? What can we do that hasn't already been done, right? So I decided to reach out to her myself, you know, without Sean in the middle, you know. I reached out to her, and because I feel like, you know, although Sean may put a bug in my ear and I might want him to lay things out for me, I'm one of those people that believe hard work can get you a long way, right? And doing things on your own and stuff not being easy. I've always loved the challenge, right? And so hopefully one of those challenges, will come true. I'm claiming it though. I'm claiming it. But anyway, um, this is my lane. Interviewing. Hey, too persuasive. Hey, sis, how you doing, boo? This is my lane. I like to interview people. This is where I feel more comfortable. This is where my strengths are, you know. And so I think that's where I'm going to be moving, reshape your reality more into interviews and stuff like that. And us getting, hold on, us getting, what? Somebody just sent me a text. Wait a minute. Oh, anyway, so check this out. I was on the fence about a lot of things when it came to Lagena and her allegations, and then seeing other things that has transpired with her and Jaguar, and then now her and DJ Genesis, aka what they say. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. But anyway, I wanted to really get to know for who she is and not for what I seen on the internet, and not for what we think we know about her, or let's get to know her and her perspective of some things. And we've already heard that, like I said, because Sean and OKP did a hell of a job interviewing her. Hey, Carrie. And I just wanted to get a better perspective and understanding of some things, and particularly in regards to her friendship. Hey, I'm Jess. Hi, sis. We've already heard her interviews, and the allegations of her being Aaliyah and R. Kelly's daughter, allegedly. But as high, hi, as high. That's a different name. So anyway, yeah. Okay, I didn't want to say it, but it is DJ Peter Griffin. Yeah, it's terrible. Oh, it's terrible. We look. Hey, Sean. And Sean just, I ain't gonna lie. That coffee last night was vicious. Hey, boo. Sensei. So anyway, yeah, so I was like, man, I would love to get a different perspective of Lagena. I would love to get a different perspective on her outlook of her relationship with Jag and her relationship with Genesis. So, without further ado, I'll bring to the stage Lagena Gold. Let's give her a warm round of applause. Lagena, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Barely, girl. Can you turn up a little bit? How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Okay. Oh, you didn't. Oh, you got your camera off.
It's off?
Yes, it's off, Lagena.
Really? It's on at my end. Let me see.
Okay, your camera's on.
Okay.
You want it on?
Yeah. It was. I
Okay.
said it was on at my end, but I guess it wasn't.
Right. You said you didn't want to have your camera on today, but you look good though. Look at you.
I didn't mind having
Okay, you don't mind? Then we're good to go. Well, the reason I keep my camera off sometimes is because, remember, I told you I still have a little bit of stage fright, and I still get a little nervous and everything. So, girl, I'm like, the camera's off for right now, okay? Maybe tomorrow we'll be on, but anyway, welcome to Reshape Your Reality. How have you been?
I've been doing all right. I've been trying to spend a, trying to take care of my responsibilities, and trying to heal at the same time, and I want to like start focusing on me and how to build me. That's what I want.
Yeah. So, I want to really thank you for taking the time out of your day to do this interview with me. I also want to say that I was very impressed with you doing the interview on Sean's Coffee because, you know, when you were dealing with Jag, we had 1%, we had one, well, I'm going to say me in particular, right? I had one particular way of thinking. And then after Coffee, I had another way, a particular way of thinking. And hold on. Okay. You're saying they can't hear you. Your volume is too low. Yeah, I don't know why your volume is low. Can you turn your volume up on your phone? Are you on your camera? Are you on your computer?
No. Should I? I might have to use my computer then.
You're using your phone?
Yeah.
What do you have your phone sitting on?
My tripod.
Bring it closer to you if you can.
Okay, let me see.
Huh?
Okay, I'm about to try. How does it sound now?
I can hear you. Put a one in the chat if you guys can hear her, please. Put a one in the chat if you can hear her. Say something again, Lagena.
Can you hear me?
How's it going? Can you guys hear? They're asking you. Somebody say, please speak up. Lagena is super low.
Okay. You want me to come back in?
Yeah, go out and come back in, Lagena. You might have to use your computer because we want to make sure we have good audio of you. Okay, she's gonna come back in. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, co-host. That's why y'all my co-hosts. Because y'all know Miss Pam, yeah, she was very low too, persuasive. Okay. Because y'all know Miss Pam be having technical difficulties over here. But it ain't my fault. In living color TV. What? In living color. Welcome. It was very low. Okay. So she's gonna go and come back in. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. Okay, one very Jen. Hey Jen. Very low. Hey BJ. Hey Michelle. Hey prayers. Hey Ushara. Oh, y'all coming in. Come on in. Come on in, co-host. That's right. Come on in, co-host. But make sure when you come in and you hit that like for me. And if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe, please. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Miss Vanessa, we still got to do our private session, girl. I ain't forgot you. Hey, 901 Don. Oh, 901 Don Diva. For real. Is that the real Don Diva? Welcome, boo. Welcome, sis. All right, y'all. That's right, That's right, DC Libra. I need my co-host because y'all know Miss Pam still be you. Yes, y'all know Miss Pam still be new at this stuff, okay? And I be like, oh my god. But anyway, had a beautiful holiday and everything. I was ready for it to come and go, y'all. For real. Okay. I'm telling y'all, I was ready for the holidays to come and go because you know why? Everything is closed. Everything is Val says what? Wait a minute, Val, what you say? Oh, she talking to Vanessa. Okay. All right, boo boo. Let's see. Let's see, co-host. Let me know because she's back. All right. Oh, much better, Legina. I can tell already. Say something.
Hey.
Girl,
Is it higher?
too loud is the mug now.
Huh?
Yeah, sis, we can hear you. We can hear you. Hey, baby Shay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. That's okay, darling. I'm just glad it wasn't my technical difficulties today.
I feel like it's me now. Like I need to start getting ready. Like this, like
Okay. Do you have me playing in the background?
my heater that's blowing. I'm anemic, so I like to keep it. I don't know if.
No, I thought I heard me in the background talking. So
Oh,
yeah. Okay, Lagena. So one of the things that I wanted to talk before you had to get off here is I wanted to talk to you about the last coffee you did with Sean Davy Way, right? And I was trying to tell you how impressed I was of you with the fact that you have became like a regular little badass, right?
yeah.
And and let me tell you when I started noticing the change, right? When you and Jaguar were beefing, J Pola, we call her J Pola now, right?
Yeah,
But
I
anyway,
know.
but anyway, you and her was beefing, and I guess she was mad because you were with Genesis or whatever that case was. But you was like, "Girl, you better shut up before I spill all your business. I know all your business, right?" So I was like, "What? Look at you,
Mm-hmm.
Lagena, going in. I wanted you to go in for real, you know. Now, Miss Pam try not to be messy, but sometimes I be a little messy, yeah. And I wanted you to
Mm-hmm.
spill all that tea, honey. I
Man.
wanted you spill all that tea. But we'll get into it.
Yeah.
We'll get into those things. But right now, I want you to tell us because there's been so many interviews you've done, and I want to do this one different, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to take us somewhere that we haven't been, okay? Now I'm gonna try to anyway. I'm gonna try my best, girl. So during our conversations, I want to start with Jag because although you were not introduced directly via her, you mentioned her name in a couple of your interviews,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was a lot easy for a lot of us uh, to be allured by said person. You understand what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
were intrigued by her, right?
Yeah. I admired her. Like it's a lot of stigma just being in the industry and surviving that. So I admired her for surviving that. Like I didn't know about like the other things. It was like deeper YouTube that I didn't know. I just knew the surface. Like how the viral moments now we all see the surface. But it was
Correct.
I didn't know about the other things that went along with her. I just like, oh, she survived and it's the industry, she exposed in the industry. So that's what we generally see. Like so that's how I was as far in. And then if I heard a little crazy thing, I'm like, oh, that's the industry trying to mess with her, not
Correct.
knowing it's people that actually knew her or her own actions that do certain things. So I
Right.
didn't know that.
So after you met her, you talked to her, then next thing I know you was living with her. So would you say that you know her pretty well now after living with her?
Yeah. So but with that story, like it was a lot
Wait,
of
Regina, I
people.
gotta ask you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
When I asked you that, you smiled. What was behind the smile, sis?
I don't. That's a defense mechanism. That's a defense mechanism.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's just more like the way I got to her. This whole situation was crazy. So living with her, like since that's the question you asked, living with her, it was crazy because I had to see like verbal arguments between her and her husband because I was there and seeing them argue. And
Mm-hmm.
I grew up and I saw a lot of things. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of crazy. Like they don't have how you claim to be running from other people, but y'all y'all arguing is gonna draw attention, or y'all
Yes.
gonna be get enemies. Like how y'all not even a team. So how is y'all surviving something and running for something? That's what my when I was in that situation, I always had to look behind my back because somebody might be after them or some shit. And you
Yeah.
know, this guy was in the army. She bipolar, so it's just like
So,
I don't know
so
what's true or not. So
right. So, needless to say, after living there with
mhm.
J Polar and Goomba, would you say that you realize that? Would you say that a lot of things that you thought were true were not true, and that she was lying about those things?
Yeah, I learned that she got the gift for gab, and I seen her lie like right in people's faces, like scandalous. So I seen it. So I'm like, yeah. It's so you know, like once they tell you not to meet no celebrity because you generally have to meet who they are, and you might not like who they are. So that's how it was. It's like maybe like you got yourself into certain situations because mind you, I was there when she got arrested or went to mental hospital. I'm like, girl, you put yourself in that situation. Like one of the
Correct.
incidents she had, she didn't let me know. I think she with the mayor's office, she didn't tell me she was going upstairs. She told me she was going to the bank. So I wasn't aware. So I'm like, how you end up being in the mayor's office? So me and Sam had to get her car from over there, like get her clothes and stuff, because she didn't want them searching her phone because she said she recorded it. So she wanted me to get it for her. So it
Hmm.
was a lot of things happening in the background. And I'm like, you putting yourself in this situation. The white warrant from what Goomba did, that
Hmm.
judge actually put in his air to do on her. That
So
was
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Back up. Back up. I don't want to get too. I don't want us to get too ahead
mhm.
of what we're discussing right now.
Okay.
We're discussing whether you thought she was a liar or not. And
Mhm.
after living with her, did you find out that some of the things she told you were lies?
Yeah.
Would you say most of those things that you thought was lies? That she said were lies, I mean.
I don't,
Sorry.
because she said a lot of things. So some things I do question, like I really do question, and I'm like, are you telling the truth or not? But then I'm like, what you got to lie for? Like, who am I to for you to lie? I'm not your parent or God, so you shouldn't. Like, I feel like is you generally just you might be telling the truth, but it's some things I've seen her lie about. So I'm like, okay.
Right, right, right. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, please. Hit the like when you come in or subscribe. Okay. So, one of the other things I wanted to ask you, because you did live with her, did
Mhm.
you see any of the aspects of her mental health or delusions and things of that sort?
Her arguing like always like you just you just never knew what to do. Like she just very explosive or just very action based. Like she moves a lot. So you don't know if they're gonna be arguing. You don't know if she's trying to yell at her mom. You don't know what, or arguing online, getting on live in the bathroom, calling you in and out or not. And so it just like those kind of behavior that made me feel like okay. Like it's like, and then she would have with like me and her go hiking. Like I
Mhm.
didn't mind hiking. I'm very active, but for the other person that's not active, or I'm like, how are you gonna try to force somebody to go hiking? And I'm
Who
like,
was she trying to force to go hiking?
we went hiking. Me and Goomba and her, we went out hiking before, and me and her. So she would say something about the road might be ending, and so we need to learn how to do it and stuff like that. So I'm like,
Like off the grid.
yeah,
And
I'm
then,
very
yeah.
type. Yeah, so and then she had enemies that she was had to run from, and like people. I don't know if she just did that with me, but being with her, like she would try to wipe down the hotel room so nobody would know where she been at, or wipe her fingerprints because of cloning and stuff. Like I understand some might be true, but dealing with that aspect, it is like that.
Yeah. Some of the stuff I think is mental and some of the stuff I think is fake. Some things I think she do for, for show,
Hmm.
and some things I think is really something wrong.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I feel like because she'll tell me certain things that happened to her as a child, and I think she put it online before, so it makes me like, oh, something did happen, or she's holding a grudge, or she's not evolving for something that happened. She's not trying to heal. Or
Yeah. So let me ask you this question because I don't want, although we're talking about Jag, the interview is about you, right?
Mhm.
So, how did you feel while you were living there? Explain to us, how did you feel while living with her in Goomba?
It made me feel like, this is temporarily. I don't know what she think, like I'm about to be like with her, or like in this, like, because the thing is, like, she would try to make plans for us, like, oh, you can come to this new house and da 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 and such. And then I'm like, I don't know, like, because from the way their actions is, I'm like, I can't deal with it. Like, they used to bump heads so much where you go to Louisiana, so it would take like 2 to 3 hours to get there. So they would
Mm-hmm.
like be arguing, and they both had guns at the same time. So I used to be very nervous. I was very anxious because I'm like, this feels like fatal attraction. So that's the environment, like seeing how these people were acting
So they
around each
both
other.
had weapons.
They both had weapons at one point.
Got you.
So it was like, I don't know, they kind of crazy, and they both supposed to be on medicine too. So
Yeah. So you were being put in a situation that was bringing on some hell, I would say, hell of anxiety.
yes, and I already
Stress.
have anxiety problems already. So I'm like, but I'm used to this level of toxicity too, because from where I'm from, so I'm used to these people acting like that. So that's why
Because
people,
you're from Detroit, right?
yeah,
You're
yeah,
originally from Detroit, right?
yeah.
And I
And so
don't know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm used to that level of toxic. So she's not as bad as other people I know that I grew up around that's younger
Right.
than her, that turn up more than her. Because she's I think she's probably slowed down compared to when she was younger. So I'm used to other people like her, but worse.
Well, do you think she's a coward? I do.
Coward.
Coward.
Yes. I think
Right.
I think she have her brave moments, but I believe she can. I've seen her be coward to certain people or certain things, and I'm like,
To whom? Who you see her
um,
coward to?
her friends, like she tends to like only respect people that treat her like shit. So,
What friends are you talking about, Lagena? Now, Lagena, we
she
had a
has,
conversation. Go ahead now.
because I don't want to expose their name, but I'm like, it's just certain people in her life that's not on the internet that don't deal with that, or
Oh, they're
even
not on the internet.
yeah. I'm like, dang, they just talk to me any kind of
Are
way.
you still friends with them? Are you friends with them?
I can probably get a hold of them if I want to. Like, I got one of their numbers, but I feel like that was her friend.
Okay.
So,
Okay. And do you think they're still friends?
yeah, she know how to keep them long friendship too. It's certain people that's there for her, and some that don't. The rest of them know not to deal with her BS, so they be like even when she
Like,
got arrested, they was like, I'm not gonna bill her out, or I'm not gonna do, like, that's how she normally is. You just gonna get used to her, or you just not gonna do it and just let her get herself out of trouble.
right.
So they was telling me to do it, and then I'm like, damn. But they right, and that's who she gravitates to more, that put up their boundaries towards her.
Excuse me. Okay. So after dealing with that, and because you and I talked offline, and we were talking about the thing with Mama Francis and her using Mama Francis's money and stuff like that. And can you tell us how you realized that she was stealing her mom's money?
Just a little bit a while ago. How did I realize it? When she had her mom's card, but she also wanted me to. It was another instance where she wanted me to get, like, for the house that was supposed to be in Shreveport. She wanted she wanted while she was in jail or the mental hospital, one of them, she wanted me to get her bank statement, but all of them was under her mom's
Name?
her mom's account and his account, so it wasn't her name on it, nothing. So I had to drive her mom to different banks to get the account because she wanted to put the she wanted to get the house in Shreveport, so she wanted to do the application, and she
Right.
wanted to be under the business, her business, and that's when I realized her name wasn't on nothing.
So you're saying to me that when she was in jail,
Mm-hmm.
because I think she got.
Learning Morton, FaceTime video.
So are you talking to me? Are you talking about to me about the time when she got arrested? Because you weren't there yet. You wasn't there when Solar was there. So that's the first time she went to the mental institution.
Yeah, she went again.
And
She went again because of the white warrant that was called on her.
Right. Now let's get into that.
Hold
on. Wait a minute, Lagena. Let me ask you the question. So let's get into that. So the original first white warrant that Goomba put on her, who gave Goomba that idea?
That was Genesis. She told me that, Monica.
So why did she do that then? Because her and Jag were still friends then, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. That's a good question though. I should have asked that though.
Well,
They're just like, wow.
I'm going to interview her, so I think I'll ask her the question. You can come up here if you want to, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Can you repeat that, Lagena?
I'm like, that's a good question because like you said, they were still cool with each other. So I don't know what happened.
Right. So why would she put that bug in or plant that seed with Goomba to get the white warrant, right?
That's crazy.
Right.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Do you think Genesis had her eye on Goomba?
Ain't no telling. What her friends be saying about her, ain't no telling.
Okay.
But but then, like, she also messed her man before too. So
who messed with whom? Oh, you talking about Jag, right?
Yeah. So Jag, I don't know if you find out somewhere through the grapevine or something, but you never. That might be it. Because that's the reason I feel like Jag had a problem with Genesis, because she always used to tell me about the baby daddy about 10 and how he is from my friend, or she's evil and da-da-da. Like, she always says that about Genesis. Even while we was in her face, she'd be saying things like that. And I'm like I don't know it's go deeper than you not liking her, unless she always bring up him. So I think they've been together, so I think that's why.
Okay. I just got a text from one of my moms. They said there's a bad echo. Do you have any? I know you have your thing in the background going. Do you have anything else going on in your background? Like, do you have us playing on another device or anything?
No, but I do have like other ones open. Let me see if I can close it.
Yeah, close all those other things. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Baby Shay.
Let me see. Is it like an echo, or?
They said. Well, she said there was an echo, so if you close out those things, that's fine. So I wanted to ask you, how have you coped with the challenges and the emotions of meeting these two people, then having, them not be your friends anymore? How has that affected you? How has that made you feel?
I'm used to it at this point because I already lost people I thought was my family, but they ended up being friends, and then their character is still questionable. So I lost to them, and I know them 20 plus years, and then my niece and nephew, I lost them too. So I feel like
What niece and nephew?
from my second family. So
Okay, so now we talked about me working in mental health and stuff like that, right?
yeah,
So, and I know everybody, I don't know if we ever got to the question of why do you think you're Aaliyah and R. Kelly's child?
why?
Yes, why?
My memories and the feeling. My past I was trying to run from, like as far as when they was still in my life. And so I knew who they was before I knew who they was, like outside of like fame. Like I didn't know like how famous they was. Like even with my dad, I didn't know how famous he is now.
So recently, I want to get into this. Recently, when you were with Jack, there was a DNA done, right?
It was more of my ancestry. I feel
Yeah.
like if I'll just get, I still need like a paternity test. So I reached out
Let
to
me.
her lawyer to see if he can give it to me or not.
You have? Okay. Okay.
But she
So,
hasn't called me back. So like she did the other time, but she didn't now. So
let me say this, and I don't want to be. So, what can you tell us? What did the DNA? Because when did you guys use Ancestry, right?
yeah, that's what I
Okay.
did. I have bought it. I have bought like three, and
Mm-hmm.
because it was a sale, so I bought three, and I bought it for
Okay.
my own money and stuff like that. So because I
Right.
feel like the whole situation took from me getting a DNA test with her talking about her husband and going through what she been going through. Like, how can I focus on my DNA test when I'm focused on helping her and her family, making sure they straight? So I'm like, at this point, let me just buy it my own self. Whether because it's these people I'm reaching out to, they're not saying nothing back. They're not trying to give me the answers or give me their DNA because I essentially need somebody else's DNA to match with mine. So
Right.
I feel like let me take some form of test to prove something. So I
Right.
grew up thinking that I was Ghanaian, so it's like a part
So
African.
I want you to pause for a minute. Pause right there, right? Because I want to share something with you, right?
Mhm.
And I think 2020, I did ancestry.com
Mhm.
DNA and everything, right?
Yeah.
And it does reveal things, but it also reveals who you're related to.
Mhm.
Now, so I want us to be on the same page, right?
Yep.
We had a conversation, and I told you that I'm not here to make fun of you. I'm not here to expose you. I'm actually here to guide, right?
Mhm.
So when you do the ancestry.com, you doing it through your DNA because you had to spit in the thing, right?
Yep. Mouth
Okay,
test.
same test that I did, right?
Mhm.
When I did my test, I want to tell you what it did reveal to me. Because I was a person whose mother and father was on her birth certificate. And when I did it, it revealed to me that my dad on my birth certificate was not my dad. That
I'm
was
sorry.
very over. Yes,
I'm
thank you.
sorry.
That was very overwhelming. Thank you for that. I thank you for that. That was very overwhelming for me to find out that my dad wasn't my dad, right? But it did tell me who my dad was.
Yeah.
What does yours say?
It confirmed I'm not Ghanaian. That I'm some parts Nigerian, some parts
Yeah.
Sierra Leone,
Mm-hmm.
some parts in Europe, some part in East Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just, I thought I was like half Ghanaian, so half like from Ghana. So it's like a Pacific African. They two of them is two different cultures, so they very proud in their cultures. So I grew up being very proud of the Ghana culture. So
Right.
so I thought I'm not even related.
But it also told you who you were related to.
Yeah,
So who are you related to?
some strangers. I don't know.
Right. Right. So in your list, let's start with the first. Let's start with the first list, right? Because there's sections. Remember,
Yeah.
on Ancestry.com, there's sections, right? Sections for DNA matches. And the first match would be who? Who you're closest to, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who did that reveal? And you don't have, you can say a first name, you don't have to say a last name.
I don't know their name. Like
You don't know?
I looked in their pages and see if I can Google them and find their Facebook or Instagram. Some people from Spain, Australia, London,
Mm-hmm.
probably Ohio.
But let's be
I
honest.
think. Mhm.
I want us to be honest with my co-hosts and ourselves, right? There was no name on there that said Kelly or Aaliyah's last name, correct?
Yeah, I didn't see none that said it, and I also didn't see none that said Franklin's or Owusu's. So,
Okay.
but the
That's fair.
Haitians,
That's fair. That's very fair. That's very fair. Because they would not be in there unless somebody did their DNA, right?
yes. So that's
Right.
what
They
I'm
will not
saying.
be in there unless they submitted for a DNA.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right. So I just wanted us to get that out the way, clear that up, because I know it wasn't really touched on, when you did the DNA, but I
I know
remember
if people act like I never took it, and I'm like, I did take some DNA because
remember
I'm
you said,
doing it. So
yes, I remember you saying you took it, and that's why I wanted to touch on it because I remember hearing you say you did it, but
and I think it's in my Instagram, I think, or unless I took it down. I think it still be up there though.
it could still be up there. Well,
Yeah,
you
I'm trying to
probably just
rebrand my image, so I'm still trying to. So if you see some things missing, I'm trying to rebrand. So to make it more professional. So.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Now, I want to move on from that, right? And get back into your relationships with your friends that is no longer there. So, one of the things that let me take a sip of my coffee. One of the things that when we were having our conversation, you mentioned that Jack said she saw demons.
Yeah, it was fucking scary. When we go hiking, she'd be like, "Don't look that way. It's a demon right there, and it's very ugly." Or, man, it was a lot of instances where I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like this. I don't know if she really see demons or she just trying to scare me. Either way, I'm not trying to, because it might be demons there. I believe in demons. So I'm like, I don't know, like.
And then so you were a bit taken back, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, why is they look? How do you see demons? Like, come on. Like,
now, when she said that with Goomba around, what would be his response?
Did she say it in front of him?
I don't know. No, I know you're asking yourself. I'm joking.
Oh my God, did she say it? I don't know. He be with the shenanigans too.
Oh, so he does. He does. Yes, I
yeah.
think he does. Yeah, I see some stuff. Yeah. So let's move a little bit further. So basically, they wanted to make you seem crazy, Jag, but all the time her ass is the crazy one. Let's say mentally ill. Also mentally ill. Lord forgive me, mentally ill. Allegedly. So yeah. So now living there in their house, how did she treat her son? Did she treat her son good? Did she treat her mother good? I've heard some people say, "You didn't see that video of her yelling at her mother?" No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I never saw that. But
so,
you were there.
Well, her son, I think he's more trying to like be pleasing with her because that's his mom, and he's not a bad. Um,
Kid.
yeah, I want to say kid, but I'm like, dang, people can say I'm not out there, but I want to say, yeah, he's not a bad kid or child. So he's like to her, like I feel like he's very respectful for his age, and that's not the norm in society.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, he's very respectful. So she coddled him. The thing is, when she went to like when our hospital, we had to go grocery shopping, and so I'm like, you can tell he was he's not aware how to do a grocery shop or anything like that. But he's 20 years old. But maybe that just generally males. I don't know. But so no, actually, some people do. But so she's very coddling to him, or you can tell he's very sheltered, and
Yeah.
so that's how it is. But she also when she demands stuff, he go and get it, or he running. He's like, she got him down to like she control him. So
Yeah.
he listen or he up and running and stuff like that. So
Yeah. She was very dominant with him. And the
yeah,
mother as well, and Mama Francis too.
yeah, with her too. But she had no tolerance for her. Like
She had no tolerance. Jackie ain't had no tolerance for her at all.
He had low tolerance. Like even when she would come in her live, she would come go in the room, and then he's like, "Ma, what you doing in here?" And that. Like I'm in my life. Like she's very like snappy with her, and then she would try to justify that of her letting like somebody sexually assault. I mean, SA her and or things that she said.
She would blame that on her mother.
Yeah.
She would blame her being sexually essayed by someone on her mother.
Yeah, and then
Just
how
never-
the dad was abusive, or dad would always yell at her and stuff like that, and how her mom allowed it. And I think what happens with the mom is she, in my own opinion, and from seeing it, because I do observe a lot of things, I think the way her father treated her mom, she learned that behavior and treated her that way too. And the mom learned that to accept that behavior from him and also her. So it's just like more like she controls the money. She decides what they do. She tells her what to do. She treats her like a child. And
Yeah.
like, she even pressed her hair or something and like, you lucky I'm doing this for you and like you ungrateful or something. Like I'm like, wow, like you acting like this was like near the final day. She was just like and we got the room, like the hotel. So I'm like, you just talking to her crazy, and then she try to justify it. And I'm like, I can't tell you what to do with your hurt, but because I haven't seen you put your hands on her. I don't know if you ever did or not, and I don't think I've seen her call out her name. She's very snappy and yelling like that.
Yeah. Her mom.
Regardless, that's her mama. So.
Yeah, because you only get one mother, right?
Yep.
You only get one.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm glad Mama Francis is out of there. I'm glad Sam is out of there as well.
Yeah.
I think, they're in better places without that.
Yeah, I agree, because I think the thing is the mom didn't have any passport and her son didn't have any ID. So I'm like, how can they survive without you? We don't help them get their necessary things to survive in the world. They need it. Especially her son, he needs some and her mom, she needs to be able to, she was walking around with an expired passport.
Yeah.
And the son didn't have no identification. So it was hard for them to leave from Shreveport. So,
yeah, I remember I watched it all in the bushes. Thank God for Sean Davy Way. Assisting them and helping them out because, I saw some things and I didn't know how bad it was. I honestly didn't know about the mom situation until I went back and watched Tasha K's interview with her ex-husband. That's when I realized you need to go check it out. Sam Sr.'s interview with Tasha K. You should check it out. It's a good interview. So moving on. So you were there with Jag, and then eviction came, right?
Hmm.
What was going through your mind when you knew that there was an eviction?
She told me that, like, she actually let me know that they was gonna evict it because she didn't pay the rent. But she kept saying that she had a house in
She didn't
Streetport.
pay the rent.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I don't think she. I think she told me not to tell the mom, or the mom might have knew already, or something. Because I don't like try to go back and like try to say a lot of things what people told me. But she
Right.
told me that they haven't paid the bill, the month, the rent
The
in
rent.
like a month or two or something like that. So they was getting evicted. And she said she's not
Did you
gonna
say
pay it.
why they didn't pay it?
She said she don't want to pay it because she can take the money and put it to the new house. Or she's saying it's a ghetto or something, and people harassing. Like she's saying, it's a lot of excuses why she didn't pay it. So
Was it ghetto around there where you guys was living?
it's yeah, it was ghetto. Yeah, it was a whole fight. It was a whole fight. Somebody drunk somebody, and then the whole neighborhood came, and it was like I think they was fighting too. I'm like, what the heck? And then she just running
Yeah.
outside. I think she had like something in her hand, just yelling and standing outside in the rain, screaming and shit. Like I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like a Texas kind of weather storm, whatever you
Yeah,
call it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like a lot of rains and shit. And I'm like, wow, you just out here. You about to get struck by a lightning. You just yelling.
Right.
And like
Out there wilding.
wow and yelling like she controls the weather. And I'm like, maybe you do or not, but why you out there in the rain just walking? Like,
Yeah, I just think she's very delusional.
mm-hmm.
So moving right along, let's move along from them shenanigans of J Polar. Jackie, it's Jackie. I just wanted to do that because I know it's gonna burn her up. She probably in the bushes now watching us, right?
Yeah, probably.
I be wanting to put I try to keep my foot on her neck every chance I get. I do. So let's move on to you leaving. Tell us everything about the day you left and going to Genesis.
So me and Genesis, we was still cool with each other, even though Jack kept telling me and like stop fucking with her. She don't like her and like she evil. She just using you. She sucked the soul out of. She had Baten killed and stuff like that and such.
Repeat that. I'm sorry.
She kept saying that. Well, let me not say that word, but
No. You said it already. So go ahead and repeat it.
No, I meant the K word. She had Baten deleted, and it was a lot of conspiracy surrounding his death. So she kept saying it was him. But the thing
About
is,
who dying?
Baten from Slum Village.
Her baby father.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I heard some information about that. I don't know if it's true or not. So allegedly, one of her friends told me that Baten was found with his brain missing and his face down, and he had a big hole in the back of his head and was missing. Well, his brain was missing. So I don't know.
Well, that's easy to find out. You can pull his records if you know his real name. You can pull his.
Mm-hmm.
You can get what they call Freedom of Information Act, and you can get that information.
Yeah, but what Genesis told me about it is like he OD'd and he had schizophrenia and he was somewhere where he was supposed to. So she made it seem like it was just a normal OD. And I've been around people that done that and that OD'd, and it's like you just like, oh, they went there and they done it themselves. But now they're saying somebody else forced him, or I don't know what happened. But
Yeah, they're alluding to that it may have been foul play.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then for her not to tell me that story, and one of her trusted friends told me about it. So I'm like, now I feel like what Jag might be saying might be true. Because now at this point, I thought it was like because they had a little history, but I don't know.
What I would say is that there may be some truth in some of the things she say, but you have to decipher them. You understand? Because she's not a truthful person.
Yeah.
She's not a truthful person. So
She's
you
not.
sometimes you gotta take what she say with a grain of salt
Yeah, with a
until
grain of salt.
more is revealed, right? So again, what led to you leaving Jag's house and going to Genesis' house? I
So
know Jag was getting evicted, right?
yeah, so I already knew that was happening, but me and her kept getting bumping heads a lot because she think I'm about to follow and do whatever she want, and I'm not about to do that. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
She wanted
Like,
you to be her lackey,
yeah.
her
And the
flunky.
thing is, I'm a very helpful person in general. So if you want more than I can give you as a helpful person, then demanding from me, then that's a no. And I'm like, the quickest way to get me to react to you is you yell at me. So I'm about to yell back. And that's what me and her had a problem with. She thinking like, oh, you gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to your mentor. I'm your mentor. I'm your godmother, or whatever. You gotta listen to and do what I say. Oh, you actually like, oh, you just don't listen. And I'm like, well, like, what do you want me to do? Like, so that was me and her was bumping heads and spiraling. She wants people around her that she can either control, or she wants people that treat her like shit. So, but other than that, if you not trying to do any of that, she be trying to test you. And she was trying to test me. So me and her was getting bumping heads. So I was telling Genesis about it, and me and her we was getting had a whole bond, and we developed our own friendship. So I was talking to her, confiding in her anyway. She tried to help me get like a psychic reading with some guy and stuff, her tata. So she was trying to help me find information about my DNA test. I was getting confirmations about what I'm saying in the spiritual world, not physically. I need to prove it in the physical realm. And she was helping me with that end too. Like she seemed like the only person that was caring but what I was saying. And so we bonded. And I used to go to her house as a refugee, or so I was like going to her house, even like me and her was bonding. So that's when me and Jag was getting into it. So I was trying to tell you like the reason why they just had like this heavy beef. So that's what she used to tell me every time she knew I was talking to Genesis. Oh, about 10. Oh, I care about 10 and his daughter. That's why I'm still around her and da da da. So that's what she was telling me why she don't mess with Genesis. So that was like the reason why she kept like me
After
and
she done you, but hold on, she done told you all this stuff negative about Genesis
yeah.
after she done used her.
Yeah. But I also know in the background that Genesis did have something to do with certain things too. Like you can tell, like I think she might have told me, or she told no way. She told me after. So
What
yeah.
did she tell you?
About the white wearing, she did that, and then the beginning of the medicine. So she told me that, and then I seen like how she was helping Jag, and then about helping her, trying to bring the medicine to her, trying to bail her out. So I'm like thinking those things were genuine.
Also, hold on. Also, Genesis. I just recently learned this from Sean David Way that Genesis is the one that got up Philadelphia's website, right?
Yeah, she told me that it was down, and then she helped her get it up. But I don't know if she made it or not. I think she might have. I don't know.
Yeah,
I never really clarified.
I think she may have did the website for her allegedly.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so she actually, although she was talking about Genesis real bad, Genesis had helped her out. Now,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
like
the one thing, yeah, the one thing I remember in that mess was that one day, I think Jag was hungry and Genesis bought her some food with Uber Eats for about $200.
Yeah, she bought some. I think Azine and our Monica, one of them bought some food, and it was some seafood.
Right,
I got shellfish allergy, so I can't really eat too much, and some of
right,
it's seafood. So
yeah.
she ended up just having her own little box, just eating it, and then she even took somebody else to go, and I'm like, wow. And I think she didn't even give them the money for it. So
For real.
mm-hmm.
Definitely a user. You know, I kind of found that out myself. We talked about that.
Yeah, that's what her excuse was why she hang with Monica, was because you might need her, or you might, like she always says she was like a last resort or something. So
Yeah,
she
she
always
was
said
her
you need
investor.
her,
She
and
told
that's
her,
the thing. Other friends said the same thing about her too. And I'm like, if I can't try to use you, and if I'm not cool with you, I'm sorry, I'm not like that's some knowing that you're not cool with her, knowing. But the thing is, Genesis know that she people like that too. That's what she can offer people, so she don't mind it as long as she get to treat you how she want to treat you, but she give you money type of thing.
So, yeah, yeah, I get it. So you saying she used money as to gain friendship, or
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, because nobody gonna be cool with her if she can't offer nothing because of her
Really?
personality. Yeah, because if you try to like, it's a lot of people. That's why she want to help be around people that she knows is at a disadvantage. Even Jag was at a disadvantage too. Like, so that's what she knew what she was doing in that way. That's what she reach out to
Mhm.
certain people.
So you move in with so Jag, that situation is done. You're done because she started probably, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think she probably started getting a little jealous of you and Genesis relationship. Would you say the
Yeah,
same?
on the so after I built her out, I ended up spending the night at Genesis house, and then the next day Jaguar came and to pick me up. So on that day, she was yelling. They was yelling at each other. So I'm like trying to jump in, and I took Genesis side because it was like Shaka, Nazine, and Jag was talking to Monica, and they was arguing. And then I'm like, but not that much, not that loudly, but. So I'm like trying to take Genesis side because I'm like, how you gonna argue with her in her own house? She's trying to be. This is supposed to be our safe haven. You can't just come in and just do that, regardless. So that's what I said about. So that's the first time me and Jai got like a dispute against each other. That was the first time. So and then I did that, taking Genesis side, and then she was talking about don't take her side and such. So it was like, and then she was like, you can tell. I'm like, what?
You can tell what.
I mean, you can tell that it was some kind of jealousy there, and then how she always,
Mhm.
the way she hounded me so tough on not to talk about, to be friends with her, and not
Mhm.
seeing what Genesis did for her, and I'm like, how you gonna get to your friends? She's like, no, she's a snake, she's a black hole, she just suck people energy, she just want to record, and she said something about Genesis tipped a tabloid about her or something. I don't know, like back in early 2000s or something like that. But so she
Girl,
had like a piece of rock.
girl. She wasn't in no tabloids, no early 2000s.
I don't know what she was talking about.
Oh, we would have. What tabloid was she in? The Inquirer, the Star. Aren't those the only two tabloids left? I guess there was one of them out of the country ones that we didn't see, right?
Maybe she said she's famous out there too. So
Girl, let me tell you, she thinks she made. I don't think Jaguar is famous. I don't think she's a celebrity. She may have been one at one time, but she is no longer. For one, she has no team. That's right, Jackie. You have no team. You do not have anything to say you are a celebrity. You don't even have any damn money. Oh, you may be getting a little money because you're doing that little documentary thing. But anyway, yeah. So she made it seem like because me and her went through what we went through, that now I'm famous. She said she made me famous.
she say that a lot. She be claiming things like, nah, you can't
Yes,
take nobody
believes her
like,
own lies.
can't take nobody like.
Huh?
I said you can't take nobody light if it's in light. So if it's in you to be like
That's right.
famous or
That's
shine,
right.
it's in them. So you can't take nothing
That's
not
right.
giving them. So she
That's
can't
exactly right.
it's in you and it's in everybody that do be
What we
famous.
do.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely right. So let's move along, girls. So you get into Genesis house.
Yeah.
And things are going well until now. Here's a question I want to start with on Genesis with you, because I'm a mom and
Mm-hmm.
I'm a grandmother,
Yeah.
and I want to know did you think about this? Why does she have all these people or allow all these people around her children?
I don't know, because She portrays it as like she's trying to help the people and help community because she said she'd done this before, and she was at one point like needed somewhere to go and stuff like that. So she can't really say no, and that's what appears. And I'm like, well, I can't really judge that because some cultures do have a community living, so that's what she explained it that way too. That's communal living. So you know they helped people. And you know, like our culture needs to be more united. That's what she was telling me. Like, oh, she had like, so that's what she said. But then you get specific type of people, though.
And what specific type of people are those, Lagena?
She said she helped like people from Carbonation. So when I got there, it was Shaka, Azine, and Velvet, and their kids. And then I'm just like, oh,
Velvet was there too?
Yeah.
Was Solar there too?
No. I don't know what she said, but Velvet was there and her.
Well, I've seen Velvet on YouTube. So I don't know her. Excuse me, I don't know her, but I know that is supposed to be the girl Solar likes, right? Or
yeah, they said that was her baby daddy or something, maybe. I don't know.
I thought Nature Boy was her baby daddy too.
Nature Boy, yeah, because she said, yeah, it said, yeah, her Nature Boy is the oldest daughter. I mean, dad.
Oh, okay. So you get there and everything, and what is it like? Like, look, you got a nice smile, Lagena. Go ahead, girl.
Oh, thank you. Because I felt irritated because it was a long process. So the first day I was there, because she kind of kept hounding me going there. So I'm like, I don't know what to expect.
Hounding you. Wait a minute. She kept hounding you to what?
To come over her house. And I kept telling her no, or I don't feel like it, or I can't come there. I'm just trying to bail her out and go back over there to her house. I mean, Jack's house. And so it was like that. So she kind of used like her religion or her spirituality or trying to say she's our healer and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just go, you know what? So I just ended up taking a lift. She said she was going to come get me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just go. I'm like, you don't have to come get me. So I'm just go. And so when I went in there, it didn't seem bad. I liked her decorations. I liked that, like the aesthetics around. And then she told me, then I seen Shaka. No, Shaka was the one that I think opened the door first. One of them. And then I'm like, I didn't get a negative vibe from them. And I'm just like, okay. Because I ended up knowing who Shaka was because his name was also posted on bailing Jaguar out too. So Genesis
Wait a minute, girl. Back that up. Back that thing up. Back that up. So his name was on the bail too for bailing her out?
Yes. Because I needed like other people to help verify or advocate for her too. So she ended up saying Shaka's name, his name, and then putting one of her other address on there. And then hers. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just so that's what happened with them. So I seen her kids. I sat down and then she was like, "That's the Carbonation kids" or something like that. And I'm like, Carbonation, like the Nature Boy guy, or like them? I'm like, oh, because if she would never said nothing, I would have known who they was. But she just told me, so I'm like, oh,
correct. So so let me ask you this question: how many rooms is Genesis' house?
And that first house is 3 rooms or 3.5. Like you can make
the house she lives in.
No, that's one of her houses. And then her second house is I think it might be 5. It's like
no, I'm strictly talking about the home she lives in. How many rooms is it?
Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4 bedrooms. No, it's 5 bedrooms actually. Yeah.
And it's basement.
It's in Texas. They don't have basements out here.
Oh, they don't have basements. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just one level. One level.
No, it's 2 floors actually. She got 2 stories.
Okay, 2-story home. Okay, and so how many people was in that house?
It was me. Well, Genesis and her 2 kids and me. Originally supposed to be Shock and Azim. They were supposed to be there too, but I knew that they wasn't coming because we discussed it that they wasn't gonna come. And
But I thought Shaka lived in her house as well.
yeah, the first house. That's why I brought up the first house too. But,
So let me be clear. I want us to be on the same page. So one house she lives in, correct?
yep.
And then one house she has as a group home, correct?
Yeah.
Is that the group home house is where Shaka was living?
Yep.
Okay. Because I was under the impression he was living in the house with her and her children.
Yeah, the first house before she moved to her second house.
So she was in the first house with them all.
Yes.
And then she moved into another home.
Yes.
Okay. So now, you're there, and you guys, excuse me, I have the hiccups. I don't know why I got the hiccups all of a sudden. I think it's my nerves. Oh my God, excuse me. But anyway, you guys are there, and you see Shaka and them there. So it was just you when you first left Jackie's house. It was just you, Genesis, and her children in that one house.
Yep.
Okay, continue. Go ahead. And go ahead. Where did it start going left for you guys?
What, me and Genesis?
Yes.
It was a lot of red flags. Like she started
Oh,
like
tell us about. We want to hear about the red flags.
how she would spend hours like drinking and like drinking beer and smoking, watching YouTube all day. And that's the same pattern I got from Jaguar. That's what she used to do the same way too. So I'm like, that was just people like her age group do. I don't know. So I'm
No,
like,
they're addicted to the YouTube.
yeah. So that's what she was. And then she didn't, and then it was like, so she started like trying to put herself in people's business. She's very demanding, very trying to overbearing. So she'd be trying to tell you what to do, or she'd be trying to, oh, you should do this. A lot of suggestions. And I told her like, oh, the thing is like, you have to focus on putting that energy in your life and about what you want to do in your life. And that's why I try to like focus on doing you, because you want to say you want to help everybody else, right? And that's why I kept telling her. The red flag was when she used to record people phone calls or just have people on 3-ways and things like that. She used to do that. And then so we'd be talking to people we didn't know we were talking, or it'd be I guess the first red flag was when we went to the Babalao, her Babalao, the same day her and Jag got into it with me. I was there. So she was like, she ended up recording our session. And then at first she said she was going to drop me off there. And then second, she ended up forgetting something. So we ended up going back and come back. And then she ended up going inside too. And then the Babalao basically told me like, yeah, you got to, basically just stay in Texas and stuff like that. And you got to watch out for her and stuff like that. Like she crazy or something like that. But I don't know if it was as a funny joke or which way. Like, I didn't know like how to take it. So long story short, she ended up telling me that she recorded our conversation, my session with the Babalao. And then I'm like, dang, you just recorded without my permission, because you need to like get my permission before you record it. That's like breaking the law.
Legit, I think a lot of people sleep on you, don't they?
Yeah.
They don't know you're intelligent. I don't want to say little. I want to give you your props, because the more and more I talk to you and the more and more I hear you talk, you're not as dumb as everybody thought you was, are you?
Because the thing is, my situation I'm staying, and I get why, because it's entertainment, it's drama, it's comedy for them. So they think they want me to play that character role, and they don't know me, and they don't know what I'm saying.
Correct.
They don't know me, so of course they're gonna judge me, especially from how I look like. I get that impression of people don't get that impression of me all the time, and I'm like, I'm actually smarter than what you think, or what like as I move by logic. So for me to say certain things that might be like deemable, laughable, I'm like, y'all think it's funny, but it's not funny to me. Like y'all don't understand. Like I'm in the limelight looking crazy, but
Exactly.
so it's like so they don't know me, but I let that from being a ride and die friendship or seeing how people seeing the people I'm around looked crazy. And I was
Mhm.
saying to my friend, I looked even more crazy being with them, even if they was like
Correct.
they lost lost some kind of respect from me because of who I because you know birds and feather flock together, so that's what people treat me as. So, but but it's up to me to change my narrative too, and I'm glad
Yeah,
that's helping too because I need to take control of myself instead of just letting
absolutely,
people just
absolutely.
being in their scenes. So
Correct. And I would love to help you in any way I can. In
thank you.
any way to help you reach your and achieve your goal, I would love to be assistance to you if you want my help. I'm happy to assist you with anything you need help with. Okay, so
Thank
because I want to see you win. I really do.
you.
I wanted to see Jag win. You
Yeah.
know,
If you need any support from me, I'm here too. Like I'm
I,
very
I sure, girl, yes. Take it. I would definitely take the assistance. Yeah, because you know
yeah.
this thing is new to Miss Pam, and I need some help, girl. I need all the help I can get. You see,
I
I got
gotta
the
learn it too.
co-hosts, right? The co-hosts are helping me, you know, because it was like we can't hear Miss Pam, you know. So I
Yeah,
need anything and anything anybody want to assist me with. I
I'm
am
here.
welcome because I come from this place. We as a people, we need to be more united. And as women, we need to lift each other up instead of tearing each other down. So that's where I am in my life. You know, and I say this all the time. I don't get messy until somebody crosses the line with me. You know what I mean?
I know. I understand. Yeah.
Oh, I need to say shout out. I see that I see that I got a $50 cash app. I didn't see who it was from yet. Thank you, boo. Thank you, co-host. Whoever sent it, thank you. Oh yeah, and some of y'all sent me some of them super stickers. I gotta go back and I see who you was. I know Chi-Town was one, Jay Boosie was another. Oh my God, I can't remember everybody off the top of my head, but I love you, co-host. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I didn't want to forget it, so I want to say thank you. I think Truth Hurst was another one. But anyway, I love you all, co-hosts. Now back to Lagena. So, girl, so you get there to Genesis and you start seeing all these damn red flags. And so, what else happened? I mean, like, girl, like, what was just the straw that broke the camel's back for you?
It was a lot, but the red flag was when she put that root work on Sean, and I'm like, like now
So
you
you
going
knew
too
about that.
far.
You knew she was trying to do that, huh?
No, she told me after, and I'm like, you can't do
Oh,
that. Like that's like she might die. You can't just be doing that just because you mad. You don't abuse your power. If God giving you anything, you don't abuse it. And I'm
girl.
like, she just talking. I'm like, and then like she just was getting happy that he started getting headaches and stuff. And I'm under her do man, so I feel like I had to play my role as far as in our house because I feel like she was doing so much for me, so I didn't want to just mess up our friendship and
Mhm.
So it was more of that trying to be like okay, but I'm like as long as like if he get hurt or something like I don't know like I'm praying for him like
Right,
and like
right,
I'm doing like prayer for him like to make sure because in the day he also was somebody that helped me too like
correct.
and then so it just more of like damn and then seeing how she did the putting Jag in jail with her family over there at the hotel and I'm like I didn't even tell you what city like how did you find him but I guess somebody else helped too so I'm like I don't know it's just like okay so if I piss you off you the type of person that's gonna do this to me and then she already told me that she's the one that did the white wearing so I'm like And then she was telling me to revoke my bill because I wasn't gonna revoke the bill. I didn't know much about it, so I wasn't. But she kept talking about if she did Jaguar did something wrong, then her house might be put up for sale because I think, or something might be used as collateral. So I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense. And so I understand why. And then Jag talking shit about her, so I understand why she did that too. So I'm like, I understand why you will want me to like take the revoke the bond, but I couldn't have done it until she went to jail. But the fact that she helped played a part of the reason why she went to jail, and then was bragging about it to me and everybody. And I'm like, wow.
Pause for a second. Your Cash App is $Lagena Gold, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm putting it in the chat, Candace. And Lagena, you can actually well, I put it in the chat. I put it in the Cash App. I mean, I put the Cash App in the chat. I'm sorry. So back up, Lagena. You said that she did what? Back that up for me.
She who, Monica?
Yes.
Yeah. So she kept telling me that about the she wanted me to take the revoke the bond and get her name out of the one of the people collateral. Right. So she was telling me that. But I don't know if she went back and called them and did something else. I don't know because I wasn't able to do nothing until she got arrested.
Here's the question. This is an easy question to ask. Did you do it?
What?
To get that J. Pola's bond revoked?
No.
Okay.
She wanted me to, and I'm like, I'm not into.
I remember.
I'm like, it's people that do worse. And do worse things than her, so I didn't care what she was doing, so I didn't have no beef with her. I didn't care. I'm not the type of person. Oh, go to jail. Everybody don't need to be in jail. Everybody don't need to
correct.
Like their freedom. I'm not that hard. She was just talking shit. I'm used to people talking shit. Other people talking shit now. I'm used to it now. So why would I care about her doing it? So it wasn't. But I knew about Sam and Mrs. Francis that they didn't have the means without her. So why would I take their source if something bad might happen to her? I wouldn't put no. I told Genesis. I will not. I told all of them. But they ended up doing it when I wasn't around, and then she ended up telling me she got arrested, and I'm like, she's like, Jag got arrested. I'm like, really? That's quick. I'm like, I knew she might, but I'm like, that's quick. And she's like, yeah, I did it. I called the cops and told her where she was at, and I'm like, how did you find out where she was at? Like,
watching.
So she and somebody else did it, and then I'm like, wow. So the first thing I talked. Somebody else tried to tell me that she got arrested too because it was on live apparently. So I told Sam, your mom got arrested. So I don't know I'm just letting you know because I don't want you to just be waiting for her. You're not on live knowing that she got arrested. So you got to let your mom know, call whoever you got to call. So that's what I did.
Right. I remember you saying you did that because you were concerned about Mama Francis and Sam.
Yeah.
And I commend you for that. I really commend you.
I was around them 3 times. She went, I think, to jail twice and mental institution once, So I was there with them when she was out. So I know how they act and I know how she got them handled. And so I'm like, he's going to be freaking out. Miss Francis is going to be calling everybody. And I'm like, I know them. I've been with them. So
Correct.
No, I'm like, this is deeper than their feeling. I'm like, even when she pissed me off, I wouldn't have done that to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's period. And I told Genesis that, and I don't understand why. But they're in a better place now. But if Sean wasn't doing that or nobody else did it, so that's my problem.
Right. And I was a bit perturbed with both of y'all, right? Because before I knew who it was, I just thought that was very distasteful that they would do that to her. And I really wasn't even thinking about Jackie. I was thinking about her mother and her son.
They didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
Right. And so I just thought to do that before they were stable was really bad. And once I found out you didn't have anything to do with it because we heard the audios, you were being recorded and stuff. And she came into the room. I think it was either Sean she was on the phone with, and they came in the room and she came in the room and asked you, and you was like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. She was still denying it at that time. But we're
Because
gonna
I
get
did
her
it.
some.
And she was just letting people blame me, and I'm like, but you did that.
Yes,
You
yes.
literally boss shit about your shit. If you did it, claim that you did it. Point blank, period.
I know that's
I'm not
right.
about to like take your dirt. Nah, if I did it, I would have said I did it. Point blank, period. But I didn't. I'm not about to keep taking people's lives. I'm sorry, but I'm not. So that's what people like. I'm not about to keep being made to look one way when I know for a fact what I know. I didn't do that.
Right. So now let's move into Sean's coffee. Okay. So I'm in Sean's coffee. He's interviewing Genesis, and there's some other people on there. And then he calls you, right?
Yeah.
So I want us to talk about what made you leave. Let's get to you leaving Genesis' house.
The thing is, my intention was to get my own place anyway. So I was on the process of getting my place. I already got it. Know like where I was going, my location. So I'm like, I already knew like
Right.
it was just God placed me in that situation longer than I had to because it was a lot of hold up and stuff like that. They needed like check stuff and stuff like that. So I didn't have it yet because they needed particular money. So I had to wait longer. So God put me in that situation to hear from her friends and hear from certain people what I need to do because I was going to still include her in my life, like as far as like being a loyal friend, because she told me she had friends that leave her and they all be talking shit about her after they do something with her, not knowing that she's the reason why. Like, but so I was going to believe the illusion that of her until now. I'm like, oh, so this how you move. And me, sometime when you used to treating like she used to treat her friends some certain ways that she even let me see that side of her. And I never seen it. Well, not never, but I didn't see that up until then because you was showing one way with me and shotgun them, but now your friends that's been loyal to you for a long time, you treat them like shit, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, okay.
Excuse me. Hit the like, everybody. Please hit the like. Go ahead.
So just seeing them walk on eggshells around her, I'm like, how y'all supposed to be best friends or something like that? But as soon as she come in the room, yeah, I got to do this because mommy might get mad, or I got to move this chair because she might get mad at me, or some such, or I'll be running her bath water when she was pregnant. No, wait, not when she was before she was pregnant. She used to run her bath water. When she come out to work, she used to have a run like made for her, and
who are we talking about, Lagena?
One of her friends.
Hey, Auntie Dr. Cynthia. How you doing, sweetie? And happy belated birthday, my love. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Lagena.
She had one of her friends. Her friend told me that's what she used to do. Like, because that's not the first time she stayed with her. She stayed with her before a few times. So just how she act, she used to be like a maid and servant to her, babysitter. Like they was like to the point even when the thing is when I was there, she used to run Monica's daughter bathwater because she's 5. But the thing is Monica's not doing nothing. She just in her office getting drunk. So I'm like, how you let a stranger come run your daughter bathwater and trying to help take her a bath when you there? You like literally like that. That's like a boundary you should need to set up. That's your kid. You don't know her. I mean, you know her for a long time, but you don't know her. Your daughter 5 years old. So it's like, why are you letting some other woman take your kid a bath or run her bath water when it's your job to do that?
Now, what girl was this again?
Her friend. It started with a K. I don't know if they mentioned her online, but I'm not trying to like put their business out there too.
But it began with a K.
It's a whole different friend. So
this is a whole different friend. This is not
they
the
both
girl.
end up had to stay with her while I was still there. But they was telling me stories about her. And then I'm like, wow. And it's like to the point where her first daughter got endangered by one of her exes because she didn't.
Wait a minute, Lagena. Slow down.
So it was a lot of things.
The friends told you what things about her that made you change your mind, sis? About Genesis.
Her daughter, like, She said when random guy, put her daughter in the stove, and she still talked to this guy.
We're gonna say allegedly. Allegedly.
Not well. That's allegedly because I don't know if she's just saying that or not. But
What do you and you mean put her daughter in the stove? How? Just put her in the stove?
yeah, I think so. I don't know. Like she just said, that's why she don't mess with her because
Like
they.
a scare tactic?
I mean, she don't mess with the guy because she want to talk about this guy, her ex, who was a pimp or something. That
Oh yeah.
that he did that to her daughter. But the thing is, she still talk to him to this day. And what makes me lost even more respect for her is knowing that her friends don't like him, and one of them he actually put his hands on her before, and she know that's a trigger for her, so she brought up his name when she got there. Prior to when them moving in, I didn't know his name, so until they got there, they told me what his name was, and then she said, "Yeah, I'm gonna call such and such." And then I'm like, "Wow, you're saying it because you know, like, why are you gonna call him when you know she asked and she moved in and she just that you didn't want around you. I mean, to hurt you and stuff like that, but you gonna."
Lagena, you're going in and out, sis. Can you hear me? Because you're going in and out.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Mm-hmm.
Can you see me?
I can see you, sis.
Just making sure because it went out of my end too. I'm like, why am I buffering? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's on your end. Yeah, because you blinked in and out.
Oh.
So that's why I wanted to ask you if you can hear me.
Yeah.
You hilarious, girl.
Thank you. You are too.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. So anyway, back to this guy. Now, what was the straw that both broke the camel's back? I understand that you were already moving into your place. You was just waiting on your place to get together before you can leave, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So once you left, so you get your apartment, you leave, then what? Were you mad when you left, or were you still talking when you left?
Me and Genesis wasn't really talking much because the stories I heard made me look at her differently. So I wasn't really like the staying around her, what she did to me with the event.
And what other stories did you hear about her?
Her daughter is getting exposed to certain men around them, or she allowing like men, some guy to take her daughter out somewhere that, like, I don't know. It just. And then how she never, it's a lot of things. I feel like because it involves kids and I don't.
You don't have to talk about anything you don't want to talk about. But remember, I'm interviewing you.
Yeah. No, I know.
So, I'm going to interview her too. I've talked to her today. And I told her that I would get back to her. Just I hadn't had a chance between going out and coming back and then, interviewing with you. So I will have a conversation with her later today. And then, we could, I'll interview her and she could rebut these things if she wants,
Yeah.
I mean, because at the end of the day, you're telling your truth from your perspective.
Yeah, my perspective. Yeah.
Right, and not hers.
Nope. Because the thing is, I didn't come to her and like, oh, is this true? Such. The thing is, I wasn't trying to go back and say what they told me about her and then what she told me about them to them. So I wasn't trying to be a messy friend, like, because they both told me things about these other friends. Like, so it's not like one just talking shit about them or telling about her business. She told me about their business, but I wasn't trying to like go back and say certain things. But what they was telling me, and it was two different people telling me, I'm like, okay, say less. Y'all didn't, y'all her friends, and y'all met through her. And if y'all came together to tell me something, and y'all just got cool about the same thing about her, then it got to be true, like, or in my opinion, but. So I'm like, And then from what I seen from my own eyes and I seen her characters, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Because I'm like, before I moved, I was debating of telling her where I stayed at because she's the type that once she cuts her off, she do some weird retaliation on you. So I knew that's what I know. So I'm like, I didn't want to be a mean friend. But until what they told me about a lot of stories, and I'm like, nah, I don't need that in my life. I don't need to be supporting something, especially with the she sexually assaulted her friend. I'm like, nah, And then you had the other weirdo at the house with her. I'm like, no.
Wait a minute, Lagena, what other weirdo?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, now let me
tell her that name because
so you can explain to my co-host who Oya is.
some girl she met on the internet. She used to listen to this one content creator, and then she reached out to Genesis, and then she came here from New York? I don't know. She just popped up that same day. I didn't know, and I didn't know about the other one. They just pop up. So
let me give you a little bit of background on. So it's like Goya, but Oya, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so co-host, y'all. Let me tell you. So this girl is a person that knows Genesis, right?
They didn't know each other for that long. They just met each
other. They don't know each other that long, but she's currently living in Genesis' house, right? The first house, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So this is a person that she doesn't know that well. And this is a person, when I was on Sean's Coffee. See, this is why y'all need to go subscribe to Sean David Wade's Coffee, y'all, because y'all wouldn't be missing all this tea now. So check this out. The girl came in Coffee. Now, Sean was interviewing Lagena and DJ Genesis, okay? And this other girl was there. Now, let me tell y'all what was the strangest thing about this young lady. Oya, right? Oya allegedly is a person that thinks it's okay to tell people when she was 7 years old how she would allegedly fondle or essay other 7-year-olds. Now, in Coffee, listen to this because remind you, this is Sean interviewing somebody, right? He's interviewing Lagena and he's interviewing DJ Genesis. And this person is also in Genesis' house, right? So remind you, we're his audience and we're hearing this co-host. And I'm like, who is this person? And the laughter she kept laughing about as she was saying this stuff as if it was okay. Mm-hmm. As if this was like nothing to worry about. And I'm like, oh God, Sean, we're like all hit, you know who you are. You were there, co-host. If you were in the Coffee, you know how we were all like, stop making her talk. Don't let her talk no more. We don't want to hear from her because it was that bad. It was that bad. And if you want to hear the audio, Sean has it up. Go listen to the audio. Subscribe to Sean's Coffee. You can pay one time just to hear the audio, or you can pay on a monthly fee. But go subscribe and listen to this bull crap of who this girl Oya is. So we just could not understand why Oya, and you could tell she was a fan of Sean's, y'all, because she was like, Sean, she wanted to be on stage, but it was really about Genesis and Lagena. But she wanted to try to keep interrupting. She wanted to try to be on stage, whatever her gist was. Put it this way. The Uncheckables and the Plastics weren't having it. We were not having it. We ain't want to hear her. We ain't want to see her. We ain't want no parts of her. Because it was that cringy. For somebody to act like when they were 7, and for you to say I was 7 at the time, like something wasn't wrong with that. This is a person that allegedly came from a cult, because that's what came out of her mouth. She was from a cult. She grew up in a cult. And I was like, oh my God, this girl is crazy. She don't even know how she sounds. But go listen to her. Go subscribe to Sean W. Wade's Coffee. Now back to Lagena. Sorry, Lagena. Girl. So yeah, I was going to call her Goy.
No, I'm
So
not that.
look, Lagena, that's my time. I don't want to be over 2 hours. I will love you. And I thank you for doing this interview with me, sis. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it I really appreciate it that you would do this with me. But I would like to have you back.
Yes. I mean, I'll
I
come back.
would love to have you back. If you would, so we can do a part two to this
Yeah.
of this
Yeah.
interview. I would love to have you back. And maybe we can do, because listen, maybe we can do your second interview on my coffee, because I'm supposed to interview Sean on my coffee too. I just
Okay.
haven't got to it yet. So maybe we can do the second interview on my coffee and we can get more detail, because it ain't on
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay. Well, I got a coffee now too, actually. So
Girl, you do.
yeah. Well, I'm about to just probably do art and something. So I don't know if so people that like doing art, because I actually do art, let me know. And I'm about to start showcasing mine, like besides this drama, but
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
things, friends and stuff.
Your artistry, right?
My artistry, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I would like to help you with that as well. I think you should do a website, put up your work, and if you want to sell it, now I can tell you like what my daughter be doing, how you can get your stuff in an exhibit at your local
Really?
museum. Yeah, my daughter just did that.
Wow, she did. Did she
Yeah.
do art, right? She
Huh?
did do that.
Say that again, sweetie. I'm sorry.
What kind of art did she do?
Oh, she does like that. Oh, what is it called? What is it called when you put stuff together to look like something?
Oh, like sculpting,
Yeah,
or something, or is it like the ceramics or?
yeah, something like that. She does resin and all that stuff.
I would love to see her work. I want to see her
Yeah,
work.
girl, she even make African. She makes African dolls out of newspaper. Yes, girl.
Right. Guys, she's talented. She's talented.
Yes, they actually have one in the glass at the Stanton Center. Yeah, at the community center.
Oh,
So yeah,
congratulations to her.
yeah, I might want to. I'll maybe connect you guys, and she could tell you how she's doing some things and how she got her stuff into the museum. I mean,
Okay.
not the museum. I'm sorry, gallery. Girl, you got Miss
It's
Pam.
still good. It's a big deal too.
Yeah, it was an art gallery. I apologize, y'all. Y'all know Miss Pam Tide.
No, it's a big deal for galleries too. So she
I
know.
was
She
so
know.
proud. I was very proud of my kid. I was
Yeah.
very proud of my kid because she is. I always say, you're my smartest cat. But they're all smart, even down
Yeah.
to the kids. Then you have to trickle it down because, that's the way it got to go because we got to break these cycles. All right, guys, that's my time.
Facts.
All right, Lagena, I want to thank you again, and we'll do a part two. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right, so you can go ahead and drop down, or I'll drop you down, love.
All right.
Everybody, say bye to Lagena, co-host.
Bye. If y'all want to support my Cash App, Lagena Gold, that's it.
Oh yeah, they're promoting it, Lagena. My mods got it. That's why I had to put it in the yeah, I had to put it in the chat for them. That's what we were asking you what it was for.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share her channel. Bye.
Thank you, Lagena. I appreciate you, love. We'll talk soon. I'll call you after I speak with Genesis, okay?
Okay. All right.
So we
Y'all
can
be
work
safe.
on the part two.
Happy
All right,
holidays.
sweetie, you be safe. Talk to you later. Well, all right, guys, co-host. That was an amazing interview with Lagena. Thumbs up to her, right? All right, I see you guys. Hey, Sharita. Hi, Lyric. I think that. Hi, Dream. Hey, I said, hey, Sharita. Hey, everybody. I couldn't really get to you guys. I was trying to look at your comments. So look at Auntie Doctor. Now, remember, if you guys sent me something, oh, paper mache. Thank you, Auntie Dr. Cynthia. Girl, I couldn't think of that stuff to save my life. I got a little bit, all Okay, now I wanted to talk to y'all real quick about that Amazon gift card I was supposed to do in December. I've been thrown off, y'all. There's been so much crap. Miss Pam's scared to give out money again. But I'm gonna do the Amazon gift card probably in a day or two, maybe three. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. People have made me a little distracted around here. Hey V Black, hey V Black Jim, I love that name. Thank you guys for being here today. And if you send me a cash app, super sticker, thank you. Super chat, thank you, and I love you all. And I'll be back. Hey Missy, how you doing? I'm trying to see some of your names, give you some shout out. Hey Denali G, hey Paula. Hey Jay. Hey, I see Raymond in here earlier. Where he at? Hey, baby Shay. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Teasy. Y'all doing? Look at my girl Black Sheep. I can always count on my sister be in the house. BJ, Auntie Dr. Cynthia, Creole Cutie. Who else in the house? I love you all. I love you all. Y'all are the best co-hosts. Linda B. Now hold up, Linda B. Linda B. I had a damn Amazon. Was it an Amazon gift card for her? Y'all, she never claimed it. What happened to you? Great interview. Thank you, Linda B. Love you, boo. But girl, I had to give it away. Linda B. I had to give your thing away to Miss Taylor, baby, and that shit created a whole scam, girl. Scandal. Linda B, you got to watch my messages, sis. Next time, you win something. Love you, dog. Y'all, this was a good interview, right? I loved it. Hey, Sherry. Hey, read this. Hey, Cheryl.
Just not set up.
The Siri thing, I'm talking to her. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Dawn. I said, Dawn. Y'all, I'm out. Miss Pam gotta go. I love you all. Thank you for being my co-host today. I want you to know that I really, really appreciate you. And thank you for the support. I couldn't ask for a better audience. Thank you. I love you. And this is Pam reminding you to what? Always be your true, authentic self. Bye. Till next time. Peace.